Oh, wow, we back. Live out your dreams. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And today we talking about something different because I don't never like to talk about what nobody else talking about. And I seen ain't nobody talking about this, ain't nobody even thought about this. But let's talk about the differences between Caucasian coaches and African American coaches and how their journeys are mirrored and totally different. And it's a way of life in real life. And it just is what it is. And there's nothing to complain about them. But the writers don't have a quick problem with it. I don't have a problem with it, but I would like to see an opportunity given to a Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? Or people like that, or anybody like that. But let's go over Sean McVay, how he just came in the league. He just came in the league, and whenever he came in the league, and at 30 years old, he was a head coach for the Los Angeles Rams. And not only did they give him a head coaching job, they walked him into his first Super Bowl by not letting the Saints win that game they were supposed to win with the fake pass interference call, the non-pass interference call that everybody know was a pass interference. They get in the Super Bowl, which they're not supposed to be in. They only scored 3 points because they wasn't supposed to be there. And Tom Brady wouldn't have won that Super Bowl, in my opinion, against Drew Brees and that Saints team because I think Drew Brees and them would have won that Super Bowl. But to put this guy in the Super Bowl versus the oldest coach, the oldest versus the youngest, so that was a given Super Bowl. And I like Sean McVay because he has a good offensive mind, but I'm just being honest. On his second Super Bowl appearance, they had to trade Jared Goff away from him, give him a halfway better quarterback, and they give him Stafford. And Stafford's not even good to me, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? To be just a good, he got good arm talent, but he still ain't even good to me. But they get him in that Super Bowl. They walked him into that Super Bowl because the Super Bowl was in LA. They the LA Rams. Be the first time they Super Bowl team host the Super Bowl or whatever and all that stuff. They walked them into that Super Bowl. They really lost that Super Bowl against the Bengals, but they ain't want the rookie quarterback Joe Burrow to outshine or win. They gave a false pass interference call in that game, and they wasn't even supposed to be there. They messed over Tom Brady in his game. That's why Tom Brady said he had to get out the league because they was cheating. They was cheating then. They was cheating against him that time in the second round game. So it's just stuff I see. You know what I'm saying? That's just stuff I see. And he ain't the only one, but that's just stuff I see. At 30 years old, he became the head coach of the Rams. All right, cool. We're not even going to talk about J.J. Redick. He just walks into a L.A. Lakers job. No experience. Everybody talking about no experience with Coach Prime. No experience with this dude and whoop-de-whoop. J.J. Redick. Jeff Saturday for the coach. Remember that? All right, but he's not the only one. Let's talk about Sean McVay. Not Sean McVay. Let's talk about Kellen Moore. And I like Kellen Moore, but he ain't no more qualified than Michael Vick. He ain't no more qualified than none of these guys. But he got the complexion for the connection, is what Low and them say. You know? Kellen Moore, Boise State quarterback. Remember he won that game against Oklahoma. Always a lifetime backup, which is cool. Played 5-6 years in the league. Ain't never did nothing. Cool. Cool. Coaching career. Spent 1 season as a quarterback coach. Next season, upgraded to the offensive coordinator in 2019. So he retires in 2017. Quarterback coach in 2018. They groomed him to be the coordinator. And in 2019, he's the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Cool. And now he's the head coach of the Saints. Which is fine. But we don't get those same opportunities is what I'm really saying, bro. Like Kellen Moore, bro. Like, come on, bro. Michael Vick, and I like Kellen Moore. Be cool for our offensive coordinator, but we don't even get those same opportunities, bro. And he ain't no more qualified than Michael Vick. That's why what Deion is doing is so important as well. This is what they really scared of what Deion doing because they ain't. It's just like the quarterback situation with the coaching situation and stuff like that. They don't want us there. They ain't gonna put us there and it's a lot of racial in things going on with that. You can see the race things going on with that. But here's another example. John Lynch. He ain't no more qualified than Ed Reed to do anything. But he can retire and don't do no coaching and just walk into a general manager position, which is well earned and all that good stuff as well, because it's John Lynch. We gonna respect it. But Ed Reed, he got to go down there to Florida A&M, the bottom of the bottom. Coach Deion Sanders got to go to Jackson State, the bottom of the bottom. Michael Vick got to go to Norfolk State just to get in the game of coaching. You niggas got to go to the very bottom of the bottom and go from there. We don't even expect you niggas we ain't expecting you niggas to do that. We still ain't gonna give you no chance. Because if it wasn't for Travis Hunter going down there with Deion Sanders will still be at Jackson State. I promise you. If it wasn't for Travis Hunter going down there, Deion Sanders will still be at Jackson State. So I just wanted to point these few things out. John Lynch is a great player, but he ain't no more qualified than Ed Reed. Ed Reed can't even, you know what I'm saying? He got to go coach his son's high school team. And who else? Just little stuff like that I see. They done walked Sean McVay in the Super Bowl twice and gave him one ring. They really lost that game. They wasn't even supposed to be there. The quarterback situation, I already showed you how that stuff go. It is what it is, though. I just wanted to point that stuff out, though, because these people ain't no more qualified than Ed Reed, Deion Sanders, Michael Vick. Kellen Moore got a head coaching job. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. New Orleans Saints, prime time coaching job. You know what I'm saying? So you can already tell where this game is going. That's why Lamar Jackson's so important. They want to hate on him. They try to beat him down. They still beat him down every chance they get. And this kid's a 3-time MVP. I'm going to keep saying it because they took the MVP away from him last year. If y'all didn't want to give it to him, y'all could at least gave him co-MVPs like y'all gave to Brett Favre. With Barry Sanders, when everybody know Barry Sanders was the best MVP player in the league. But y'all want to give it to Brett Favre, but he could be 3-time MVP winner in a row. But everybody know Barry Sanders, 2,000 yards that year, was the best player in the league. Y'all could at least get to being a co-MVP. Everybody know Lamar Jackson, the best player in the league. And been the best player in the league. And the stuff he did last year was better than his MVP years, which he already got to. Last year was better than both of them years. It was way better than Josh Allen when they played each other. You seen who was the best on the field. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to point out the differences. You know, not even mentioning JJ Redick, JJ Rhetoric. I just wanted to show y'all the difference in how they treat us and how we got to go about our business. And this is another reason why they're so scared to Coach Prime, because he is hiring a Marshall Faulk. You know what I'm saying? Marshall Faulk is the offensive coordinator for the Rams. He was the mind behind it. Mike Marshall was the mind, but he was the mind too behind it. He the one putting Kurt Warner and telling him what to do when he was young on the team. Not young, but you know, he came in a little later. He the one making Kurt Warner know what he's doing. Marshall Faulk. Deion is hiring a Warren Sapp. Deion is hiring a Jay Field. Deion is bringing in people like Michael Irvin and whoever else you want to bring in, just in case y'all do want to do this. But I'll make sure you get a check, Sal, because I know you need some money right now. And man, that's another reason they really scared of Deion. They want to push him down. They want to break him down. They want to tell lies on him. They got the writers line on him. They talking bad about his son, and he didn't groom the great quarterback for the league. You don't get no credit for that though, because he groomed a great quarterback to handle his business. And he's really handling his business. He's really great, real good quarterback. You know who else? That's why they're really scared of, though, bro. And these kids, but can you imagine Kellen Moore going to a Jackson State? Can you imagine Sean McVay even going to a college and working his way up? No, they get right to the league at 30 years old. Head coaching job. We don't even get a chance to be an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. We got to be a position coach or something just to even get in the door. Position coach. And if you is a defense coordinator, you like that old nigga from New England. What's his name? That old black nigga. But yeah, I just wanted to point this stuff out, man, because these people ain't no more qualified than African American coaches. He's definitely not more qualified than Ed Reed. He's not more qualified than nobody. Kellen Moore is not more qualified than Michael Vick. He's definitely not more qualified than nobody. He got a good little offensive mind, which is cool. But you see Bill Belichick shut that down in the Super Bowl, and he ain't scored no points. He ain't scored no touchdown because he wasn't supposed to be there. Now, if he had to go against Drew Brees, it would have been a different story that year. But yeah, like I said, these type of people don't. These type of people don't. They don't let these people get the opportunity. We don't even get those opportunities. You know. We don't even get the opportunities to do anything. Ed Reed got to go to Florida A&M. He can't even get on because the football field ain't even a football field. Deion got to give up half his salary, and he ain't even getting no salary at Jackson State. Michael Vick got to go to Norfolk State, which is fine because we helping out our people, but come on now. Sean McVay can walk in, Kellen Moore can walk in. You put you niggas, we don't even want you niggas on, we'll give you a TV job or something, but you can't get no coaching job. Hell nah. That's why Coach Prime is really important, bro. Because this is what they really scared of, bro. But I just wanted to talk about that. I seen nobody talking about that. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. And we just gonna keep it going, man. Keep going stuff something that everybody ain't talking about though, man. But until next time, y'all make sure y'all live out y'all dreams and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.